tonight.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Rosen. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Rosen looking to throw. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Rosen on 1st and 10. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Rosen to throw again. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Finally an incompletion. He was 5 of 5 before that last throw to start this game.
So he is human. All right, so we found out after the way he began, okay, he can have an incompletion here or there, but I love what they've done right from the word go. They just need to pay it off with a touchdown now.
Here we go on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Get a look at this Seahawk offense as they come out there. And the quarterback brought in as part of that big offseason trade. Now in his 4th NFL season, Drew Lock. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Lock gets ready to go. At about the 32. Now a play fake, and here's Lock. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Carson will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, You go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
This is caught by Malik Turner. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Lock now on first down. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On first down, Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Here's Carson. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Lock. And it's caught. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And Carson unable to make it to the yellow line as the defense bottles him up. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's 2nd down. Turner's got it on the crossing route, and they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Rosen. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Now Rosen on 1st down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Niners coming in looking for win number 10 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw is Rosen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Carson. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the grab by Croft. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now it's Rosen looking. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Now to the air, Lock. This complete to Lockett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lock. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. This is Carson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw it is Lock. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Throwing now is Lock. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Rosen's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And quickly they get to the line. Steps away to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Now it's Rosen. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
And they'll run with Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Rosen, he's going to look to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion, and sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke got his man complete over the middle. It's Carson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st down, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Caught by Turner. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Sermon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Short throw hauled in by Croft. On On play action, Rosen. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Flush to his right. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Rosen to throw. On the move to his left. That'll be complete to Sermon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Rosen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. Out to his left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Rosen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd down and 5. They run it with Carson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.